Hey guys, so this is the story of my college recruiting experience. So by the end of all of it, I had 4 scholarship offers, full ride from 4 different schools to play Division I volleyball. And when I started out in 7th grade, I didn't even know what a volleyball was. I tried out for my team. I almost didn't make it, but my coach was like, just put her on. She's tall. She'll have fun. And then by the end of that season, I tried out for the club season, and I tried out for my 13s team. Didn't make it, didn't make the cut. But the club director, he said he saw something in me, so he gave me a call a few days later after they made cuts and offered me a spot on their 14s team. So I tried out, and I was on the team. I was practicing our very first tournament. I don't know what I did, but I jumped, I landed, broke my ankle. So I was out for that season. I went through physical therapy and was back in time for my 8th grade season. And went well, and then that was my actual 14s year club team, where I met like amazing players who I'm still friends with today, amazing coaches who I still see every day around here when I go home, and I just kept playing, and I just kept working because I enjoyed it so much. And I got to high school, my first freshman year, my coach put me on varsity right away. They needed a middle hitter. I came in freshman year about 5'11" and weighed like 105 pounds. So I was not really an athlete, but I had heart, I felt like, and she gave me a chance. So we also weren't the best high school team, but by the end of senior year, we were winning districts. And so then that first club team for my freshman year was, I think it was 14s, and then that's when I started getting a lot of looks from college coaches. And I went to some summer camps. Then I went to Penn State and I went to Lehigh. Sophomore year was better, and my high school team was doing better. That club season, I went down to King of Prussia, which was about an hour from my home. I practiced there 3 days a week. My mom drove me, and we had crazy tournaments all over the country. And I started getting a lot of looks from coaches because I was really tall. I was getting better with the sport, and I started getting business cards from coaches, and I started sending out emails. I didn't know where I wanted to go to college as like sophomore, freshman in high school. So I sent out like 90 emails with a profile I made, and video was taken of me while I was playing, and we got somebody to help us put it together so I could put in the email and send it out. And so I just knew I wanted to play on the East Coast, not too far from home. And I started getting like responses back from a bunch of coaches, and because they started showing interest. So then some of them would like come out to see my tournaments and see other kids play, and I started creating like relationships with the coaches, where like University of Delaware was one of the first college coaches that reached back to me. And I actually had a relationship where I would call them once a week, to catch up, to like create that relationship. And then I started going on unofficial visits. I went to a bunch of my parents. I went to Temple, I went to Hofstra, Radford, UMBC, Seton Hall, Delaware, Pitt, USF, Colgate. And then when you're traveling and it's a campus nearby, like I think I went to South Carolina, and I just like toured the campus to get a feel of it, because this is where I'm going to be spending my next 4 years. So I wanted to know what I was looking for, because a lot of kids don't. And then with some of the schools I visited, I started going to their camps in the summer. So that summer, my sophomore year, I went to 4 camps. I went to Delaware, Seton Hall, Pitt, and Colgate. And I had to make sure that I was looking at the college, not just for volleyball, but that's where I'm going to get my education. And I knew going in I wanted to study bio, so I was looking at their science program and what schools even had medical schools or were really good in the biology department. So then beginning of my fall for my junior year, I had 3 full scholarships, and I had to choose between Hofstra, UMBC, and Radford. It was in Virginia. And I also had a second place spot at the Delaware team that was offered. And then I was waiting to get these deadlines, and I had to make a decision because, or else they would start looking for like replacements if I declined any of their offers. And so I went for like unofficial visits, and I went to UMBC, and I did go to Seton Hall, and I got a really good feel for the girls there and the coaches and the campus life. And I was about to commit actually to UMBC, Maryland, Baltimore County. It was a pretty campus. I really liked their colors. It was like black and gold. They're kind of my rival colors in high school. So, but I like the campus and I did like the girls, and I had to make a decision soon. So my mom was helping me through all of this. She was amazing. I would not be here where I am today without her. And so I was looking back at my other offers, and I was like, oh, Seton Hall, like, it was an amazing school, and the colors were blue and white. You know, I look good in blue, so I was like, let me reach back out to them. So I contacted them through email, and since they're only an hour away, I invited them to see one of my high school games. And you know, she came out the next one. We won. We played really well. She called me over after the game. You know, I was all sweaty in my uniform and everything. She's like, I want to offer you a full scholarship to come to Seton Hall. And I was so excited. I gave her a hug. I ran over to my mom. It was her birthday that day. So she was super excited because she knew that I really wanted to come here. And so we set up an official visit, and I spent another night with the girls, and another tour of the campus. I got to meet more people, and I fell in love with it again. We saw a game, and the energy was electric in the gym. And my parents were there, and it felt like, people always say like, you'll know it when you see it, and I like didn't believe him. I was like, yeah, okay, but you know, I really felt at home here, and that's where I am here today at Seton Hall, because at the end of my visit, I committed on the spot, and my mom was crying because it was such a long search through all those years, and I did have to break it to the other coaches I was looking at. You know, Radford was an easy call. I didn't really make a relationship with them. Hofstra was nice. I called them. They were like, oh my god, congratulations. Like, we hope you go far. Maybe we'll see you soon, because we did actually play Hofstra. I've been here 2 years, and we've played them twice in preseason. And then I called UMBC. I was a little nervous because I did like talk to them a lot, the coaches frequently, and the head coach answered the phone. He was like very friendly, hello. He was like, oh hi, like how's it going? I was like, good. I have to tell you something. I actually committed to Seton Hall, and he gave me a very abrupt like, okay, thank you, and hung up. And I was like, okay. So you know, you never know how the coaches are gonna react because you make a relationship with them. And then even if you love, like, I absolutely love the coaches at Seton Hall. There were 2 coaches, head coach, assistant coach, and by last year, the assistant coach got a head coaching job somewhere else. So you never know when the coaches are going to leave or stay. And all the colleges that I was talking to, either the head coach or the assistant coach, or even both of them, either left or got fired. So one thing you gotta fall in love with is the school. You know, most of the teammates, you know, get the vibe, and the campus, because that's where you're going to be spending most of your time at. And one thing that really helped me was, here's a little tip: when you go to these colleges, make a pros and a con list, because after all of these, I don't remember what gym which was at what college, what cafeteria had the best food, and I'm like remembering all of these. So when I went to Seton Hall, you know, the campus checked all my boxes. It was medium-sized school. Wasn't a lot of walking per class to the gym, you know, and it had really nice dorms, it had a really nice caf, you know, it had like a close-knit athletics program. The professors were very understanding of athletics when you had to leave for a game, if you had to miss class, and you know, I was very happy with my final decision. And then that club season, this is my junior year now, I stayed local, and I played with a pretty good like 18s team, so I played up. This is supposed to be my 17th year. And you know, these girls, most of them had college commitment, so I was kind of ahead of the game, but it really helped me starting so early to know what I wanted and to contact these coaches, so to get my name out there. And then my 18th year, my senior year, I was set. All my friends like that weren't even gonna play athletics in high school, they're all looking to where to go to college. They don't know what to do or what to look for, and I did help some of my friends with that. Like what to get a feel, what you want in a college. And so when everybody's sending in their applications last minute, I'm just like sitting back like, I know what I'm doing, what I want to do, and where I'm gonna be. And Then my 18s year at the end of my senior year for club was a pretty relaxed year. Like, I played with another local team. It wasn't as high of a level, but it still got me playing time on the court, because that's what you need. You can't really take a break when this is what's getting you into college, is your sport. And then my high school season got so much fun, and we did so well. We were 2 Steel Division championships, both my junior and senior year. And then as I was getting better, I was getting more confident in my sport. I was in National Honor Society. I had a Gatorade Player of the Year nomination, multiple weekly honor rolls in high school, and just the whole experience was, it was a lot of work, trust me, but it was well worth it, because like, I'm set here at Seton Hall, and I love my team, and I love my coaches, and I love my gym. And I love the sport still because of how much research I put into where I want to go. And I just want to help you guys, if you want to play college sports, college athletics, volleyball, men's volleyball, any other sport, I'm here to help. And I hope my story inspired you to let me help you continue your journey.